them dividends, not respecting each other. Denying our brother. A war's going on, but the reason's undercover. The truth is kept secret. Just what you never know. You never know. Come on. Hey.
Tell us, my daughter, where is the love? Oh my goodness. This song is so good. Thanks, to my daughter Martin. It is Arabic. Wow. Wonderful song. Once again, you're all welcome to Dr. Feelgood Inside Our Talk Time. And today we are still going to continue on our topic, domestic violence, part 3. Part 3. Please like, share, invite somebody. Invite somebody, invite somebody. Let's talk, let's talk, let's talk. You know, a lot has been happening, the past few days on social media. We need to talk a bit about it and see how we're going to what we can do to move on from there. Yes, yes, yes. Can you just share, like, share? I need motivation. Share, like, invite your friends. Tell them Dr. Feelgood Inside Out is life. Bonjour, bonjour à vous tous. Ici encore c'est Dr. Feelgood Inside Out. Toujours avec quelque chose de formidable. Et aujourd'hui, on va parler de cette violence à domicile. Oui, troisième partie aujourd'hui et on va voir quelles sont les causes et qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire pour s'échapper de ça. Wow, Rose Fonji, thanks for joining, thanks for joining, thanks for joining, thanks for joining. Yeah, we're all going to be together today. We are going to share our experiences or whatever thing. Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. Please, can you just say something? Let me know you are right there. Can you say something? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just seeing people liking. Yes. Hello, Dr. Feelgood. Hi, honey. Hi. No problem. Hi, hi. How are you? How are you? Nice having you, Annie. Nice having you, Annie, on this program. Dr. Feelgood Inside Out. Yeah, yeah. That's another Saturday. And today is so special because we have a special guest today, and I'm just trying to reach her on the phone right now because she needs to know when she has to come in and share something wonderful with us. You are all welcome. You're all welcome. Soyez la bienvenue. Sure. So just talk to her. Tell her exactly what she has to do. Yeah, so that's it. We keep going. This is how many minutes into the time? 10 minutes. 10 minutes. We need to start. You know, a lot has been happening last week. We all are aware, those of us who are on social media, we know what is happening right now. You know about social media in America. That's in America. But it doesn't mean it's not happening in other countries. It's happening in other countries. But perhaps they don't have the guts to come out or announce it or something. I don't know. But this week was a few days ago. We heard of this man who shot the wife, a young girl, 27 or 28 years old, shot the girl right at her job site. I don't know. This thing is becoming alarming. You know, it's becoming something else, and it's like that's the way out now. You know, men think the best way to do is just if you get angry, just shoot your wife. Or women think the best way if you get angry is just to pour hot water on your wife or spring eau de javel or whatever thing. I think we say no to this. This has to stop. And that's why today we are continuing on violence part 3. Violence part 3. I need that phone. Violence part 3. We need to talk about this. You know, there are a lot of stories, a lot of things happening right now where you have people who are being attacked by their spouses or by relatives or friends. Is that good? Is that okay? Is it okay to do what they did? I need to hear you people talk. Oh yeah, Hani says, I am wonderfully well and blessed. Oh, that's nice, baby girl. That's nice. You're there, you're fine, everything is okay. We thank God for that. We thank God for that. Yeah, he says, yeah, that she's wonderfully well and blessed. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, so we need to, you know, there are a lot of stories around today, a lot of things. And I was just playing over it. I just went to say, let me try to get some stories from some people and what they've been going through. And I was surprised how many people have written about this whole issue. You know, a lot of women are suffering out there, just like men too. Men too, they do suffer. They are suffering out there because of this rubbish of domestic violence. Yeah, there's this lady, you know, she said she had a small job. It's not even something too much. She was working like a teller, yeah, we call it a cashier in one big supermarket, and the husband would not want her work. And every day he keeps saying, come back, oh, what are you doing there? I'm here, I don't have my dinner yet. I don't have this, what are you doing? And he told the woman one day that you need to quit your job. And this lady is like, if I quit, what happens to all the bills? You know, because what I'm working, at least I help to pay the bills. I take care of our son. They had a single son. I take care of our son and everything. What you are working is not enough to handle all the problems in this house. And this man could not still say why. Yes, Labusi say, hey, mommy, watching from Yaoundé. Wow, capital is right here. So capital is right here. Let me know where people are watching from. Let me know where people are watching from, you know. It becomes interesting to know where you are watching from. Yeah. So he said, yeah, you don't need to work. You need to stay here, stay at home. And this woman did not like, you know, find it funny to just accept to stay at home and take care and take care. So it's like, no, I need to keep working. I need to keep working. And all this brought them a lot of problems in their marriage. And this woman now decided that, okay, I'll have to do all what a woman needs to do, but I'm going to maintain my job. So she started by, you know, doing what a normal woman should do, you know, the housewife work, and she still goes to work. But yeah, the guy was not happy. He wasn't satisfied at all. And he wanted to know more, you know, get this woman out of this place. Then at one point, what's so interesting in this story is that since this woman was a teller, a cashier, so she counts money. And this guy was like, all the money she's touching and everything, before I know it, she may fall for a man who has money because she's used to handling money. Not knowing that handling money doesn't mean it's her money. That's a job, that's a profession. And to cut the long story short, one day this man, so much anger, came to her job site and asked her to take off her uniform very fast and had to pull, you know, it was really like she had no way but to hide somewhere and take off the uniform, and they went home. And the man said, enough is enough. You're not working. We'll have to stay like that and starve in this house. If it's that job that is going to feed us. And before this woman could realize it, this guy took petrol and poured on her. What next? Fire. Lit the fire on her. And today she has terrible scars on her body. Was that called for? Was it necessary to do like that? That's the question we're asking ourselves today. Was that called for? Of course, no. Of course, no. There's this other lady too who got married and thought that, you know, at times, I don't know whether it's because the rules are not made clear from the beginning or how, I don't know. But sorry, I'm just trying to invite some people, especially the lady who is going to talk to us shortly. You know, that's why you see me, I keep looking down on my phone. It's not easy. This thing, we are learning every day, right? We are learning every day. We are learning. Yeah. So this other lady, you know, hers was a different thing, because the husband was a drunkard, you know, and every time he gets drunk, he comes back home. The next thing, they pick up a quarrel, and he has to beat this woman. He has to beat this. If you saw the video that was online showing this girl who died, and what happened, the fight they had with the husband, I don't know whether it's that same day or the previous day, and that ended them to this level where they are like that. It's been happening in America. It's been happening all over. Even in my country, it does happen. But unfortunately, in less developed countries, perhaps they don't report these cases. But that's a real problem. This domestic violence thing is becoming something else. I don't know whether it's because of the world today or the way we live, but there's one thing. There's one thing I believe. I strongly believe that if people have faith in God, if they believe in the teachings, you know, of God, there are a lot of things that will not do it. Because you ask yourself, why do you have to take the life of a human being? Did you create that human being? No. Do you know where the woman or the man comes from? No. People fell in love, got married, and that's it. And one day it just comes over you like that, and let me just kill this woman. That guy was saying in that video that if I don't kill her, then I'm fake. Can you believe that? You know, please, we are here. This is Dr. Feel Good Inside Our Talk Time. We're here to talk, and anything that makes you not feel good inside, please don't do it. Whatever you want to do, ask yourself, does this make me feel good inside? You know, and you'll have the answer, whether you should do it or you should not do it. Please let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know. It pleases me to know where you are watching me from. This is Dr. Feelgood Inside Out Talk Time. We need to talk. We need to share our ideas. We need to, whatever it is. So today I decided that we should look at some of the causes. What really pushes people to get to this point of killing their spouses? What really pushes them to this level? It's crazy. It's crazy, but everything, it didn't just start that day that he killed her. Something had been happening before. So many things probably. The woman probably knew that the husband is a bully, I don't know, terrorist, because those stuff would have worse than terrorist even. So what did you do, woman, to like stop this whole thing or get this under control? That's the question we're asking. Yeah, some people are saying, thanks, Yvonne, my dear sister. Thanks for always being there for me. He says, wow, Doc, nice watching you live from Yaoundé. Yaoundé, capital. Yes, so Paul, Valerie, thanks for watching. Dr. Emmanuel Ganga, oh my goodness, I'm so happy, Doc. I'm so happy that you are here with me. Edwin Wiseman, Edwin Mukake, all the way from Limbe. Dr. Alice Congo, thanks for watching. Oh, Mr. John Mankefo. There are some people who are always here on Saturday with me. Believe me, I don't take it for granted. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you are always here. You believe in me. I also believe in you, and I love you so much. When I see you like that, it uplifts my spirit, and I feel like just keep talking and just trying to, all what we are trying to do on this platform is to impact people's lives. It may not be you listening to me, but you may know somebody who is going through something that we're talking about that you need to share with that person. So you're all welcome to Dr. Feelgood Inside Out Talk Time. So nice to hear from you. Yes. Oh, Rachel says I am live from Limbe again, another Limbe person. Wow, thank you, darling. Thank you. I love you all, and we need to talk today. What are the causes of some of this domestic violence? We have women, though, you see them walking on the road, their eyes are swollen, their jaws wound. So few men, though, don't say I'm trying to defend women because I'm a woman. Of course, I'm a woman. Charity begins at home. I need to defend women first. But even some men are victims of this violence. And when you try to look at the cause, it's a very challenging issue internationally, not just for you people over there, and they develop well, where your problem is that over there is that people have access to guns. And because they're authorized to hold guns, handle guns, they think they can just take away somebody's life like that, which is really, really bad, But let's look in general at some of the causes, lack of mutual trust. In fact, if you go to the last 3 sessions we've done, I think I always insist on this. If you're on this platform and you're married or you're thinking that you'll get married, you need to build mutual trust. You need to build mutual trust. If you don't trust one another, you open the room to jealousy, to especially jealousy, envy, hatred. It comes in through that. Do you trust your partner? Do you trust? If they have to interview this guy who shot the wife the other day, he'll tell you that, no, I started suspecting my wife, or the way my wife is behaving these days, or the way she dresses. I want to think that she's dating somebody. There's always some mistrust in this whole thing. Yes. And the woman will tell you the same thing. I don't trust my husband. He's like this. The way he spoke to me the other day, the way he's reacting these days, you just live on mistrust. And that's one of the main causes, one of the main things. Please, can you just like and share? Motivate me so that I feel, when I'm doing it, I see people joining and coming in. I'm so happy. And he like, oh, Chioma, thanks for joining. Where are you joining us from, Mupara? Oh, well, you tell us. I would like to know where people are joining me from. Just write, say, watching from Limbe or Douala or whatever, US, whatever, wherever. Can you just say that? Let me know. So lack of mutual trust is a big problem. As a couple, we need to develop that mutual trust if we want to prevent this domestic violence. We need that mutual trust. Another thing, I hope people are taking note. The second thing is poor communication. Poor communication. How can you be living in a house with somebody and the person doesn't know much about you, or you are doing things and hiding? Why? When that communication is not there, the day the person discovers something, whether it's good or bad, you just think that you're hiding this from me because, and there'll always be a reason why he thinks you're hiding this or you're not talking about this. So learn to communicate. Communicate not just amongst you, the parents, but even with your children. Let communication be something that flows in your house. Let communication flow. Am I talking correct? Even if you accept what I'm saying, put a thumbs up or say something and let me know you're right here watching. You're watching, you're following me up. You know, communication is very, very important. Very important. You need to communicate. Yes. The third thing is alcohol. You know, whether you like it or not, those people who drink a lot or they're on drugs, whether you like it or not, anger comes in very often. Anger comes in very often. The question you need to ask yourself is, if I do this to some other person, and if that person has to do the same thing to me, am I going to be happy? The Bible says, do unto others what you want others to do unto you. So if you think drinking is good for you, fine, that's fine for you. But you shouldn't take your drunken state and come and put people in problems because you thought you were having fun. What type of fun is that? What type of fun? You go drinking and you get drunk? That's terrible. Anything in life that you do in excess is bad. When you get drunk, most often you do things and you regret afterwards. You see a drunkard, somebody is drunk and even falls inside the gutter. Can you mind somebody's dad? You get up in the morning and find your daughter sleeping, your father or your mother sleeping in the gutter or sleeping in front of a bar. What message are you sending across? These poor children of yours, do you think they'll grow and feel normal like normal other children? No, they will think that's a normal lifestyle and they should also start doing like that. After all, when dad is even drinking at home, at times he puts a glass of beer and give the child to taste. Give the child to drink. You know? And that's terrible. Another thing is food insecurity, which boils down to poverty. I told you last time that poverty, even the Bible says poverty is a crime, it's a curse. It's a curse. Most people say, no, you know, everybody who is meant to be rich. We're not talking about riches. It's a mindset in there. If in your mind you think you are poor, you are poor. Even if they give you millions, you'll still not do anything with it. You'll not even know how to handle it. You are poor, you are poor. You get my point? You cannot be a woman, you are just sitting and waiting for your husband to do everything. That's not fair. That's not fair. Because if this guy is hustling and working non-stop and then he comes home and the first thing they're welcoming him is that this is finished. Oh, there's no food in the house. Oh, they just brought this bill. Oh, the child is sick. I was waiting for you because we need to take the child to the hospital. You know, at times in a single day, you can have like 50 reasons to spend money. And this man looks into his pocket and doesn't find much inside. What happens? He gets angry and before he realizes people start quarreling. People start quarreling and then fighting starts. Yeah, fighting starts. So that's it. That's it. Yes, can you people just make some comments? Let me put in some contributions. Some contributions. We need to know. You know, that's another cause. And then another reason too, another thing that can always cause this domestic violence is the norms and the belief of a society. Especially us Africans, on our own part, they believe that, you know, because you are a woman, you must say yes to your husband all the time. The Bible said women be submissive to your husband. It doesn't mean that the husband should walk on you like walking on a carpet. No. Submissive simply means respect. Respect your husband. He's the head of the house. Respect him for that. But it doesn't mean that you become a slave. He uses you and walks on you and hits you like a drum all the time and you sit there because the Bible says you should be submissive. No, I don't think so. you know. And there's some cultural beliefs also that the woman, like here in my country, I know there's a tribe here in the center province whereby if you don't hit your wife, it means you don't love her. You need to beat her often. That shows that you love her, you're jealous of her. And she herself likes it. But you know, the problem here is that when he beats you, when he's not out of that love, so-called love, then you cannot differentiate which one is real beating or the one that would lead to murder one day. Yeah, yeah, oh, Monsieur Paul, soyez la bienvenue, soyez la bienvenue. Donc aujourd'hui, on est en train de parler des violences à domicile. Violence à domicile parce que cette semaine, il y a quelques jours, I'm just summarizing it for my French followers. Il y a quelques jours, on a tué une dame aux États-Unis. Son mari est parti tirer sur elle au lieu du service. Des balles directement dans la tête. Poup, 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 poup. Et elle est morte, si jeune. Pour ses 27 ou 28 ans, 5 ans de mariage. Et c'est un homme, dit homme de Dieu, entre guillemets. Parce qu'à vrai dire, je me demande, est-ce que c'est un homme de Dieu? Ou c'est les faux hommes de Dieu qui sont là dehors, ou c'est les vrais? Je ne sais pas. Mais là, la question est, qu'est-ce qui peut pousser un homme à ce stade-là pour tuer ta femme? Ou une femme pour tuer son mari? C'est la question que je me demande. Hein, je me demande ça. Et là, on est en train de voir un peu les quelques causes. Qu'est-ce qui peut causer ça? Et la première chose, j'ai dit, c'est manque de confiance entre le couple. On manque de confiance. L'autre ne croit pas à l'autre, l'autre ne croit pas à l'autre. Et on pense toujours que celui-ci a fait ceci à cause. Celui-ci fait cela. Oh, comme elle est sortie comme ça, peut-être elle est partie voir quelqu'un d'autre. Oh, comme elle est bien habillée aujourd'hui, peut-être. Et la femme dit, oh, comme monsieur a trop duré dehors, peut-être elle est chez quelqu'un. Tu vois, donc il y a un manque de confiance sur les deux côtés. Et ça va finir par les querelles. Et ces querelles va finir par des choses, le bagarre. Et on commence à donner le coup de poing. Et avant de voir maintenant, l'autre peut tomber là et mourir même. Et j'ai parlé de deuxième chose, qui est un manque de communication. On ne peut pas vivre ensemble sans avoir une communication qui est fluide, comme on dit. Il faut que les choses, il faut pas que les choses qui te concernent, ton mari découvre ça après parce que quelqu'un peut-être lui a sifflé ça, ou bien les choses qui te concernent, qui concernent ton mari, toi tu découvres ça après. Non, non. Ça ne doit pas être comme ça. Ça ne doit pas être comme ça. Ça ne doit pas être comme ça. Donc, l'autre chose que j'ai parlé, c'est l'alcoolisme. Quand on boit beaucoup, tous les gens qui boivent beaucoup, ils pensent toujours que il aime la boisson. Bien sûr, si tu aimes ton alcool, c'est ton problème. Tu fais dans les drogues, c'est ton problème. Mais ne viens pas à la maison et prends ta femme comme un tam-tam pour taper sur elle ou bien les enfants. Parce que tu es sourd. Parce que très souvent, le matin, quand tu te lèves, c'est sûr que tu regrettes pourquoi tu as fait ça. Tu regrettes pourquoi tu as fait ça. Mais la question, c'est pourquoi tu dois aller d'abord à ce niveau jusqu'à boire, jusqu'à être sourd. Dans la vie, tout ce que tu fais en exagère n'est pas bon. Ce n'est pas bon. Ce n'est pas bon. So as I was saying, some of these people, they go and drink a lot and they tell you I have too many problems. You know, when I drink like that, I forget my problems. Believe me, when you drink, you forget that problem at that given time. By the time you wake up from your alcohol, from your drunkenness, you are faced with this same problem in front of you. Nothing has been solved. Instead, the small money that you could have used to solve perhaps A or B problem, you've used it in buying the beer or the whiskey and sharing with your friends, and you're so happy. You're so happy that you are drinking and your people are happy and shouting, and that's just for a time. Don't go for happiness that you look for. Just do things that will keep you happy for the rest of your life. Dr. Feel Good Inside Out wants you to feel good inside and outside. And when you start feeling good inside and outside, then you see you have a happier, better life. You don't need to go and soak yourself in alcohol because you think that will make you feel good. Oh, wow, Florence, thanks, my dear, for joining. Florence, Alaba Ernestine, thank you, my daughter, thanks for joining, Dr. Feel Good Inside Out Talk Time. So happy to have all of you here today. I don't take it for granted. If I'm talking alone and nobody is listening to me, believe me, I'll be discouraged. But when I'm here, I see people joining and listening and some commenting. He pleases me, makes me feel good inside. It makes me feel good inside. You know, that's it. Yes, Omar Diallo, thanks for joining. Mexi, Detrola, Monsieur Alafa. Thanks so much for joining. So, another thing, as I was saying, is poverty. Poverty is a crime. Believe me, I was just telling my women here, or even men, I've seen families where the woman is working non-stop and the man is just relaxing. And it's finally who becomes a man in the house. How did some of those men, some of the women, they get to a point where they totally lost respect for their husbands. And what happens? They start quarreling all the time, start fighting. And you are fighting like that in front of your kids. What lesson are you teaching these children? And in future, most of the people who are fighting with their wives, kicking them, ask them. Their parents used to do same. They used to do same, and that's why to them it's normal. So it's normal. There's nothing they see abnormal, you know. And I was talking about the cultural aspect and the beliefs. You know, some people think if my husband doesn't beat me, it means he doesn't love me, he's not jealous of me. That's what some people think. And another thing is the character of the person and the personality. The personality and the character of the person. Believe me, there are some people, if you are dating a guy and you see that he has this spirit, it's a spirit. The spirit of anger, it's a spirit for real. That person needs deliverance. Let him read his Bible and pray and ask God to deliver him from that spirit of anger. If you find that person, he beat you the first time, you just keep persevering. And second time he beats you, you are still there. No, you need to do something. Walk out of that relationship if possible. If you are not married, what are you doing there? Why are you just dating somebody is beating you? Why? Why? Because if you look into this whole thing, most of these people go killing their wives left and right. When they finally get into their history, they'll tell you that he's been that type of violent person from the beginning. So women, you knew it. What did you do? What did you do? There are different ways you can look at this. Did you get a counselor to counsel you people? Did you make him to understand that what he's doing is not good? Did you put it in prayers? Did you go on your knees and ask God to resolve that problem and let peace reign in your house? What did you do? Did you report to the police? You just sat and you are just waiting for a day that will shoot you. Remember, you come from a family where people love you. The fact that you met a man and fell in love and got married doesn't mean that man owns you. I am a mother like most of you watching now right now. Imagine that one day somebody kills my child. It's not going to be funny at all. Or my son kills somebody else's child. I'll take my head and hide inside a hole. The shame will be just too much. Because it probably shows I didn't bring up the children well. Most likely. Right? Yeah, are we there? Are we there? Are we there? Are we there? Yes. So those are some of the problems I have. Marital infidelity. I talked about that. People dating, you know, other people out of their marriage. And when once the other person knows about it, there's problem. It's all but normal. You know, at times the problems usually comes from relatives or friends who want to intrude into your marriage or your relationship, and they start telling funny stories to your partner, and most of them they may be lies even. And some of those things, because there's no mutual trust, there's no communication between you people, you will never know that this person said this, because their spouse may not tell you. You people don't communicate. You know, people don't communicate. So that's very important. And then there's also lack of sexual satisfaction, which can cause a lot of problems also in your home. I think we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that because right now it's already 4:30 something, 33, and I need to get my guest here because my guest of today is a wonderful lady. I've known her for many years. It's a lady who inspires me too, you know, and a lady who is always willing to learn. She's teachable. She teaches me, I teach her. And that's how we're moving along this time. And of recent, you know, when she started following me live on Facebook, I was talking about this domestic violence. Yes, this first part of it, I wanted to talk about this marital violence, you know, domestic violence concerning spouses, you know, all the gender issues. But this second part of it, I want to talk about another type of domestic violence. You know, violence towards your children. That's violence. And she has been a victim. She was a victim in those days. You know, we all know of girls who, who go to school and they get deceived by those small boys, and before they realize it, they are pregnant. And us parents, how do we react towards them? What is the end result of all this? So I don't know if you are right there. You're right there. Rachel, Shu, can you just join us right now? Join us. We're waiting for you to join us. We're waiting for you to join right now. Yeah. We want to hear your story. And any other person on this platform who is following me who has stories to tell, because we are here to learn from one another. The bottom line of Feel Good Inside Out is to let everybody feel good inside and outside. So if your story can impact somebody's life, if your story can help somebody come out of his or her problems, it can help somebody come out of any issue he's going through right now, then I think it's going to help us a lot. So yes, she'll be joining us very soon. She'll be joining us very soon, and we're going to talk about that. And as I was saying, if somebody's interested in getting on my platform concerning this domestic violence or any further topics that we're going to handle, don't hesitate to inbox me and let me know you would like to be part of my show. You like your story to help somebody, to touch somebody's life. We're all children of God, and if the one way is there, I need to click on this double this here. Yeah. If there's one way we can have this is, I'm just new to this thing here. I don't know. She's finding some difficulties in connecting. Oh yeah, there she goes. She's coming on. I'm seeing it's as if she's coming on. Yeah, if you like to participate, Dr. Feel Good Inside Out, bringing out the best version of you. Wow, she's right here right now. She's connecting. She's connecting right now. Oh, wait, wait. Yeah, she's connecting right now. Let me add her to the stream. Yeah. Oh wow. Hello, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh, nice having you today. I'm so happy and so proud of my son in the house. Fun, Fun has been working on. He said, "Mommy, I want to do it so that you can invite all those we want to invite. You can get them." Me, old school. I'm not Android, and he's done it. And today I can have a guest on my program. That has been my greatest wish, and I'm so happy you joined us. Thank you so much, Rachel. I was just telling them how a wonderful lady you are, and all what I've been able to learn from you. And today I'm so happy to have you here because you're a very successful lady in so many aspects, profession wise, business wise. You are all over the place. But we want to hear that your little story. Tell us, because on this platform we have parents who have got children, teenagers who are on this platform. We have young boys and girls on this platform, and I think your story can impact somebody's life. And that would be so much joy to me and even to you, because I remember you told me if this story can help somebody, then you know what, doctor, I'm joining you. So you're welcome. Can you just come a bit towards your yes, again. No, the other way. I don't know. I say again. Yes, what you are doing. Yeah, again. Shift to your left. Shift to your left. To your left again. To your left. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So over to you, Madam Shu. Tell us your story. We are all listening. Tell us. Over to you. Wow, Sir Dorothy Akwi, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining us. Are you there? What's happening? The thing has just frozen. Oh my God, Rachel, I don't want to miss you here. You need to come up. What's happening? Are you getting me? Are you having any difficulties? Now we see you, but now we can't hear you. We need to hear you. We need to hear you. Can you just send a message if you
Dang it. Okay. We don't have lights in our area this morning. So I have a lot of difficulties with my Wi-Fi, but I hope someone is hearing me. Are they hearing me? Am I heard? Is somebody hearing me? In the show. If I can't put this one, let me see. Let's see. I like hello. Okay. Let me continue with the story. This was as far back as 1985. I got pregnant and I had a disciplined father. I call him disciplined because he was no nonsense father.
Yeah.
He did not take anything for granted.
Yeah. Can you just speak louder? Louder. Speak louder.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
So I hid it from my
Rachel, I don't know, but I myself can barely hear you.
You didn't take anything for granted. Yes. So when I discovered that I was pregnant, I didn't just inform anybody.
We are not seeing you. We are not seeing you. We are not seeing you. Can you just start all over? We didn't hear. I didn't hear anything you said. Rachel, I don't know, but I myself can barely hear you.
You have internet connection.
Internet.
I'm hearing you now. Talk now. Talk now. I'm hearing you.
Okay. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Can't you get me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. As I was saying, I said my father was a very, very disciplined person. We call those kind of parents wild papa. A papa who was so wild. He could not accept any nonsense than studies. And as soon as he discovered that I was pregnant, he didn't take it for granted.
How old were you then? How old were you?
I was 18. I was 18. 18 years. I was from 5. Yes.
Okay.
From 5. And when I knew that I was pregnant, I hid this pregnancy. Believe me, right to up to 7 months. 7 months, nobody knew in the house I was pregnant. But you know that pregnancy does not hide. As soon as they saw things changing on my body, everybody pounced on me, beginning with my mother. Later on, my father said, Mama, are you seeing, because they call me Micheline, he said, do you see Micheline the way I see her? My mother said, yes, I see her the way you are seeing her. So my mother thought that my father was joking. They called for me, and as they called for me, they asked me, are you pregnant? I was already afraid. I said, yes. How old? I said, 7 months. He said, God forbid. My father went and took a machete under his bed. When he took this machete, he rolled it on the floor and said, who born doggy a name in this house, pregnancy, when you are not married? What kind of abomination is this? So he had to chase us out. My mother thought that my father was joking. It was already night. He chased us out of the house. And we ran out. He said he does not.
He chased you and your mom?
And my mom.
You and your mother?
Yeah, that's my mother who encouraged me to get pregnant. He said for me to go to school, I have been sleeping with men. But believe me, that was the first man I knew in my life. The very first man. I tried from 5, but was hell on me. As we ran out of the house, my mother thought it wise that if we don't go and meet somebody who intercede for us, we'll sleep outside. So he went and met the friend of my father, and he narrated this story to him. The father said, "What? Outside? You see the first person whose daughter has got pregnant. Let's go back." So that is how he went back home with us. My father accepted us. We thought that it is finished. The next day, he started the problem again. He said, "Let my mother pack her things out of the house." And my mother did not go out. He helped my mother to pack the things and threw them out of the window and closed his door. That prostitute, you are a prostitute woman. You have brought in a prostitute girl. So 2 of you will go and be doing prostitution outside out of my home. Since I was a bit, my father said I'm a beautiful girl, so I have to have a rich man who will come and get married to me. So now that I'm pregnant, I'm just wasted. I've wasted all my time.
You spoiled. They say put sanitizer in gari. You just spoil gari like that.
It was so material, and he loved when people come for marriage, because my 3 sister was already married. Then I was there. But believe me, these stories are called to the experience. That means learning from events. So now let me put it like a success story. This child, when I delivered, I was downcast, I was depressed, I had all the causes of this life. Everybody left the home. I was alone in the house. I was always self-pity. Right. But believe me, what I will advise people is that believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. When my father was going on retirement, he took this baby of mine on their retirement. I left alone. I was left alone in Limbe. So when I remained in Limbe, I thought it wise that I should learn something to keep myself up. I could not even have a job. I could not continue school. That's why my school ended at Form 5. But I did not end my life there. I had friends who were always with me. That your father does not hate you. He wants the best of you. So what he is doing to you is not just wickedness. But before my father left me completely, he blessed me. Because everything was mine was like a curse. Even when we go to look for our employment, I would not be selected. My father was working in CDC. He took me to CDC. I started working there like a temporary worker. When they were confirming the workers, they did not take me. So my life was a fiasco. My life was just going left. But I did not lose hope. So later on, I joined another enterprise in Limbe where I was employed. With my 30,000 francs that I was paid, I had a family that was taken care of with 30,000. I indulged in business. I was roasting fish in the evening when I closed from work to add to this 30,000 that I was getting. Some few years later, my father died, and I was the first child in the family, the first girl. So I took everybody with me in a single room. Later on, my mother said, "No, we cannot confine your room. You are still a young girl who has to grow. Let's take a room and a parlor. Others can sleep in the parlor, and others will sleep in the bedroom." So that is how my life started. Some few years later, I got a job with the oil refinery. That is how life just opened on me.
You got married, had kids.
Married, because my mother told me.
Poor Papa was not there to chop bride price.
He was no longer there to chop the bride price, my God, because my mother left with me for 23 years after the death of my father. The love that my mother showed to me, I'm sure God had to allow me to send it back to her. Yes. I was like a typist in Sonara, but believe me, today I am an administrative assistant.
There you go. There you go. Wow,
The little
wow.
that I was doing, like roasting fish in the evening. Now I am an international business woman.
Businesswoman. You want to try the girl? Ah, that's nice.
And
So,
and that daughter of mine who brought me a lot of problems today, she is married and she has 3 children and she's married. So you can imagine that your past should not hold your future. That is what I can advise people, that no matter how parents treat us, they treat us because my father was not an illiterate, but
much love.
he didn't have that confidence in him that I can become somebody tomorrow. Yes, but I didn't have it. Very, very easy. I and my mother suffered from the hands of my parents for a very, very long time. Yes, anytime he will throw slanties, anytime he will even want to wear abuse. So he was throwing slanties on me, and they caught me because at the time I want to do anything, I will not succeed. Anytime I want to put my hand somewhere, success will not come. Until he blessed me, I really saw the blessings of a father on his daughter, because he himself saw that he was responsible for my downfall. And after that blessing, behold, I succeeded and I was succeeding. Anything I was doing afterwards, I was finding success. So that is my success. It's
Amen.
no longer
Just stay on. Don't go, Rachel. Don't go, because your story, there's so much I've learned from your story. You know, the first thing is that you said, we all know, though your father did what he did, at the end we realize that it's out of love. Parents, they so much love the children that any father want the best for the child. And to him, he was looking at this his pretty daughter who will grow up like a beautiful girl one day, and somebody will come and park a car. I want to marry this girl, and then she is pregnant. So that was one thing that is out of the love. But then, because of the love, he exaggerated too. Because when I look at their situation, you're already 7 months when they discovered. So there was no turning back. It has happened. It has happened. Parents, listen to me. It has happened. It has happened. What do you do at that stage? The thing has already happened. You just need to support that child. Support the child, because if Rachel was not a lady, I usually tell her that she's very focused. When she wants to do something, she does it right to the end, and she does it perfectly well. She's one of those I see very organized. You know, she wants to send me something, any written is well, you know, she knows she's well packaged, as you put it. And you have children like this with such vision about the future and everything, and because of one mistake or two in life, they get ruined because of the reaction of the parents. You know, the way you react can push this child to go and do something really bad. And then secondly, she had people who were supporting her, who were letting her, to let her know that all is not gone. You know, you can do this thing. Your mom was there by your side. You had some friends who were there to tell you that no, it's not because your dad hates you, just do this, you can do that. You know, so it's just to tell us that we need one another, especially in difficult times. We need this support. We need people to support us. We need people to tell us some of these good success stories, because I know your story is going to impact somebody's life, or somebody's daughter, or somebody's on the forum who has a problem right now with a child who is pregnant at home, and how to handle that particular case. You know, it's very. And then thirdly, I want to Fredman says j'étais chapeau, because some other person, knowing that you grew up under such conditions, would have just given up. And so, okay, then I better really go in. Since he's calling me a prostitute, let me just go into the prostitution. At least have a claimant that I've done it. I didn't do anything, that prostitute, and he named me a prostitute. So let me just, but you didn't do that. You kept pushing. You kept pushing. He said, though your education ended in that Form 5, you are going to continue. And today, look at where you are. You know, so that's, I think there's so much lesson we need to learn, like parents one, and then like children on the other hand. You know, try to live a steady life. All these things, you know, temptation. Those boys are always hanging around. In fact, they are like roaring lions. And before you're looking for who to devour, they just look for an innocent girl to devour. And then finally the problem becomes yours. You have to carry the problem now. You are the one who needs to keep, going with all these things. So I'm so happy you joined us today. I don't know if there's any question. It's difficult. This is the first time I'm doing this, Rachel, and I'm so happy you worked today. The comments, at times the comments only appear now, will appear after. But any question or any comment that comes in, believe me, I'm going to send it to you, because you may have to answer or touch somebody's life, So we're very, very happy, and a lot more. We have a lot more things to discuss. When it comes to this domestic violence, there are different types of violence that we are going to use. You need to like this video. You need to share it with your groups. You need to play it as watch party. You don't know who you're going to touch, which life you're going to touch, and those are some of the things. So I want to thank you very much, Rachel, for joining us. You are a great woman, and with a powerful future still ahead of you. I know there's so much we're even doing together already, and we know things are going to move. Things are going to move by the grace of God. It's only Him. It's only Him. And talking about these young people, I want to encourage them. They need to know God. What do you think? They need to know God. They need to accept Christ like their Lord and personal Savior. And when you have Christ in you, they say, Christ in you, the hope of glory. When Christ is in you, there is hope for a better tomorrow. And you realize that most of these things, you will not really be a victim. And even if you finally become a victim, you are going to come out of it as a victor in this whole thing. So I don't know if you have any advice concerning that to tell these youths, the young people today, because the way the youths today, they run faster than their shadow. They want to get there. They want to achieve everything at the same time. They want to do this, and that creates a lot of problems, in them. So I don't know, any last word before you leave us?
My advice to young people, as I was telling my daughter, that history should not repeat itself. You need to stay focused. Yeah, you need to stay focused. My daughter left this country with a master's degree in law, and she's doing very, very great today. So you need to focus. You need to study hard. You need to stay on your studies. Because if at all we're not distracted, we wouldn't have found ourselves in the kind of place we found ourselves.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
But even when I even wanted to even commit an abortion, the doctor instead injected me an injection to keep the pregnancy. That who sent you? That students have to study.
May God bless that doctor. I'm sure every day you pray and thank that doctor, because today you have a wonderful daughter, a master's degree, doing well. She's married with children. You have everything to thank that doctor in all your prayers, wherever he is. I hope he's still somewhere in practice. One day you get to meet him. Yeah, because abortion is not the solution. We are
it's not the best. I was confused.
It was confused. Why?
It was a confused life. Yes, I was so afraid of
them. Then, like a child, because you are like, how am I going to confront my parents? How are they going to take it? So the best thing is just do it with this baby and stay safe. But then the doctor helped.
It helped me.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. Yes, hopefully,
give me this opportunity.
We'll have you on this platform again.
Success story. Thank you.
Yeah, success story. A beautiful success story, because you ended with a real success. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye. Okay.
Bye then.
Okay.
So, Dr. Feelgood Inside Out is here again. We are rounding up for today. And we just need to. Why is it not showing here at all? Yeah, we're rounding up for today, and we need to say next week we are going to come. I think there are some other people who are already signaling me that they would like to share their success story. This is becoming very interesting. It's becoming very interesting that different types of domestic violence, different type. Even if it's not your story, if you know somebody's story that is quite interesting and that people can learn from it, don't hesitate to share that story with us. We'll be so happy to have that story. Where's my other phone? We'll be so happy to have that story. Yeah. Yes. We'll be happy to have that story to share with us, and together we can learn. Today we're talking to Madame Shu Rachel of the refinery, walking like a, she's She's a great lady. I don't need to get too much into the details, but her story is such a success story that we all need to learn from it. We need to learn from it. Yeah. So we are going to listen to another music briefly, and we see if we can dance again. If we can dance, I don't know which one we're going to.
You dey walk, oh, you dey pray, you dey push, oh, every day. You dey try, oh, no be play, but your hustle never pay. And you think say God, you know dey for your side, and you want to find another way to prosper. You think say God, you know just get your time. Àbí ó ti gbàgbé ìlérí t'Olúwa ṣe. Àìmásìkò ló dààmú ẹ̀dá. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́ Olúwa ló wà. Àìmásìkò ló dààmú ẹ̀dá. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́ Olúwa ló wà. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́ Olúwa. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́ Olúwa. Àní ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́ Olúwa. Lọ́wọ́ Olúwa. Yeah. You dey wait for your lover, you want to marry. You dey vex your time, don't dey go. You dey ask your for bouncing baby. You say, Father, please no forget you. You just say God in order for your side, and you want to find another way to prosper. And you just say God, you know, just get your time. Àbí ó ti gbàgbé ìlérí t'Olúwa ṣe. Nobody knows tomorrow. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́ Olúwa ló wà. Àìmásìkò ló dààmú ẹ̀dá o. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́ Olúwa ló wà. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́ Olúwa. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́ Olúwa. Àní ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́ Olúwa. Lọ́wọ́ Olúwa. Yeah. Àìmásìkò ló dààmú ẹ̀dá. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́ Olúwa.
Oh, you think God no dey your side? God dey for your side. If you think God is not with you, God is with you all the time. He says, I will never leave you nor forsake you. So he's always there by your side. So this has been another great show. Dr. Feelgood Inside Out. Taju says, great show, Doc. Thank you. Thank you, son. Thank you, son. And pour les gens en français, je résume un peu ce que Madame Chou a dit. Aujourd'hui, elle a parlé de sa vie en tant que jeune fille. Elle est tombée enceinte à la maison. Elle avait 18 ans. Et puis, son papa l'a chassée avec sa maman hors de la maison. Que elle est prostituée, elle a tout gâté. Elle pensait que sa fille si jolie devait avoir un bon mari. Mais malheureusement pour elle, elle est tombée enceinte. Et son père l'a chassée de la maison. Elle a beaucoup souffert avec sa maman jusqu'à elle a pu avoir un petit job. Elle louait une chambre et là-dedans, elle vivait là-bas avec sa mère. Et puis, quelques temps après, son papa s'est décédé quand il a pris sa retraite. Donc, il fallait que tous ses petites sœurs et frères viennent habiter avec elle dans une chambre. Et c'est comme ça qu'elle s'est battue toute sa vie jusqu'à elle a commencé à monter dans sa carrière et aujourd'hui, elle est une cadre. C'est une femme du succès. Donc, la leçon qu'on a appris, c'est quoi? Première chose qu'il faut que les jeunes là soient bien focalisés sur leurs études Parce que si elle est concentrée sur ses études, elle ne devait pas écouter ce que le garçon là, lui a dit jusqu'à l'amener au stade de la grossir. D'accord? Donc, c'est la première chose. Deuxièmement, nous, les parents, la façon qu'on réagit vis-à-vis des problèmes comme ça, parce qu'elle dit que son grossesse a été découverte, c'était à 7 mois. Donc, c'était déjà à 7 mois. Et puis, bon, ça suffit de gronder et laisser. Tu la chasses et tu la vois dehors. Si elle n'avait pas un esprit si fort, elle devait vraiment devenir ces prostituées-là que elle a été insultée d'être. Donc, c'était une leçon aussi pour que les parents sachent comment. Il y a des choses, si tu ne peux pas gérer, tu peux demander l'avis d'une amie, une autre famille pour parler un peu à l'enfant. Mais en les rejetant dehors comme ça, ce n'est pas une solution. Et puis, l'autre chose qu'elle a dit, elle s'est focalisée sur sa carrière, elle a grandi dans sa carrière. Par la suite, non, elle disait même qu'avec ses grossesses, elle est partie voir un médecin pour l'avortement. Par contre, le médecin l'a injecté une injection qui est sûrement, en tant que médecin, il sait que c'est le progestérone, qui va garder le bébé là plutôt en vie, de grandir bien. Donc, le temps qu'elle pensait qu'elle est partie, le docteur l'a injecté pour que le bébé sorte. Par contre, le bébé grandissait. Et aujourd'hui, elle est très fière et contente parce que cet enfant a déjà le master. Tu vois, elle est déjà une femme mariée avec les enfants. Et elle dit, si j'avais avorté cet enfant. Et par la suite, elle s'est mariée et elle a fait d'autres enfants. Et aujourd'hui, elle est bien, elle est une femme heureuse, contente, elle est une femme d'affaires. Elle dit elle a même brisé les poissons, mais aujourd'hui, elle est femme d'affaires internationale. Donc, elle a sa carrière qu'elle fait et puis elle est aussi dans les affaires. Donc, voilà les choses qu'on va apprendre. Et s'il y a quelqu'un qui a des choses qu'il peut partager, il veut partager avec nous, mon plateforme est ouvert, informez-moi pour qu'on puisse vous emmener sur le programme, pour qu'on vous voit, vous nous parlez un peu de votre, ce que vous pensez. Donc, ici, aujourd'hui, c'est Dr. Feel Good Inside Out. Toujours avec de bonnes choses pour vous. Toujours pour vous aider à être content de dedans en dehors. Donc, on va arrêter comme ça aujourd'hui. On a dépassé le temps avec quelques 10 minutes. So I thank you all for joining. I thank you for watching. I thank you so much to be part of my life. Once again, this is Dr. Feel Good Inside Out, bringing out the best version of you. Remember, I'm also on YouTube now. You need to go to YouTube, subscribe. Feel Good Inside Out. Subscribe, like, share, invite people to watch my videos. I'll be posting there. And I think we are going to go a long way to make some other person happy. Let's tell ourselves we need to put a smile on some other person's face. We need to impact lives. I love you, but remember, God loves you more. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much.